everyone, it's Chris, the PDX Picker. We're back with another video in the little shop of hoarders. We're going to go over the items that have sold for me over eBay recently. And now that we're ending or getting further into summer, I think it's time to start rethinking what are the best items to start sourcing that are going to sell well in the third and fourth quarter of the year. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later, right after the intro song, and we pull a couple orders.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? There's dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
All right, so today is my birthday. I turned 46, and to celebrate, I'm going to officially start wearing reading glasses pretty much all the time. I've been fighting it for the past few months, and it doesn't get any easier, of course, for any of those that have trouble reading things up close. Boy, let me tell you, it's not fun. There's a lot of times when I'm sourcing, when I'm typing things into my phone, when I'm looking at tiny little labels on things to try and get the model numbers or the year, and these reading glasses are just going to be a must for that. But I'm done fighting. I'm just going to try and embrace it. Now the hardest part will be remembering to bring them with me all the time, which we'll see. I'm sure that'll be a battle I will lose many, many times. But let's go ahead and start to pull a few items. We have 9 total items going out today. My previous pulling video was yesterday, so pretty good that I had to spread that out over 2 days. The downside is I think I jinxed myself yesterday. I was talking about how well sales were doing, and it's been almost 24 hours and I haven't had a sale at all. So hopefully that'll turn around. Still been listing regularly, doing the things that I need to do to make sure that my business is staying running and successful and all that sort of thing. But sometimes I guess there's just a little lull in the sales. Easy for me to say. All right, the first item that's sold is a couple of golf clubs sold to the same person, which I don't know if maybe they had an issue with their golf clubs and they lost multiple ones, or maybe they're just trying to piece together a set one by one. But it was a nice sale nonetheless. One was a 7-iron and a pitching wedge. So let me put the camera down. I think you just had a nice view of my chest here. Let me put the camera down and I'll pull these better. All right, so I got them here. They are Callaway tungsten titanium irons, left-handed. Why am I zoomed here? Let's see if I need to zoom out or something. For some reason I was really zoomed on that, so got that fixed. Anyway, we have a 7-iron and a pitching wedge. This is what they look like. Right here, you can see Callaway Golf. Anyway, these are golf clubs I picked up at the Goodwill outlets. They're left-handed. They need to be regripped, but they sold for $24.95 each, plus shipping, so combined $50. The buyer asked to combine shipping, which I probably would have done anyway, because the combined shipping on these is $30, and I think it'll probably cost me more like, I don't know, $14 or $15 for shipping these. So we'll get those sent out with a refund, at least partially, on the shipping. Next item that sold, I was kind of worried when I bought this that it wasn't going to be a good sale, and it turned out to be pretty good overall. I got these at an estate sale 2 months back or so. It's a Betty Crocker cookbook. Not entirely certain why I chose this one. This one here, the Betty Crocker cookbook, new and revised edition. Hardcover, has spiral bound here in the inside. I picked this up for 50 cents. Some of these picture cookbooks, this is not one of those, although I think I thought it was, which is why I bought it. But some of the older Betty Crocker picture cookbooks, super good pickups. They're in decent condition. They can go for $20, $30, $40, $50, depending on how old they are and the condition that they're in. This one sold for $13.95 plus shipping on that one. I thought it was going to be more valuable than that, but for 50 cents into 14, I will still take that one. Let's go ahead and pull one more item and we'll get into the topic of the day. And I think it's a good segue into why we should, a good segue into the topic, that is. This next item that's sold is a pair of Crocs sandals. These are some Mary Jane style in particular. I believe they are in the bronze color, which a lot of the ones that I have been sourcing and selling are in this bronze color. No, olive green. I'm colorblind, so sometimes it's hard for me to tell the difference. I don't know, maybe it is bronze and I mislabeled them. Sure looks bronze. Well, we're probably going to have to message the buyer about that. Maybe they're better seeing color than I am. But these sold for $25 plus shipping. I took an offer. I paid probably in the neighborhood of $7.99 at the most, maybe $4, depending on if I got them half off or not. And I've been selling a lot of Crocs sandals. As I mentioned before, Crocs has many different styles, especially in the women's sandals. Not so much in the men's, but they do have different styles for sure. Many different styles in men's. But in women's, for sure, there's a ton of different styles. And some are better than others. Some are more, I would say more of the flip-flop style is not necessarily a great pickup when it comes to Crocs. But these sandals that are more of a full coverage type of sandal will definitely have a decent sell-through rate, I would say. Most of them are 50 to 75% or more. And so that's why I've been picking up a lot of them over the summer, and they've been good sellers for me. Which brings me to my topic of the day. It is almost the end of June, so we are just 1 month essentially into, I guess this is the third quarter, into the third quarter already. And the summer is, in full swing weather-wise. But we are now coming into August, where there's a lot of the country that school starts in August. For us in my area, it's late August, early September that school starts. But much of the southern states start in early to mid-August. And in my experience, that is oftentimes the end of summer items that sell well on eBay. So sandals, flip-flops, shorts, things of that nature, the number of sales does seem to go down quite a bit. And that is a lot of my items that I sell are shoes and clothing. So it's time to start thinking about items. It's time to start thinking about maybe not sourcing those unless they are just super good deals, which is true this time of year when it comes to sourcing like jackets. Jackets, sweaters, I don't source as many, as I'm sure a lot of you do, in the summer months because they just don't sell as well. But the ones I do source, they are usually going to be kind of obvious, like no-brainer type purchases. Last Friday when I was at the thrift store, I'll show you this as an example, I came across a really nice Columbia jacket. Let's see if I can pull it out here so you can see it. So it is this Columbia jacket here. Original price on it was $29.99, but it was 75% off, so I got it for $7.50. This one has multiple layers to it, so it's got like an inner shell and an outer shell. It's in really good condition, a nice neutral, color, that grayish color, charcoal gray, and I think when it gets into the warmer months, although I'm going to list it sooner than later, when it gets into the cooler months, I should say, that will be probably an $80 jacket. At least that's what I'm going to list it as, is $80, right around that price point. I'm going to comp it a little bit better and double check on that one, but that lining itself sometimes can sell for $25 or more. The outer shell can sell for probably $50, but combined, I think they actually have better value combined than they do individually. So I'm going to definitely start thinking about sourcing more jackets, more sweaters, sweatshirts, hoodies, jeans, those types of things as it's coming into the winter months. We're a ways off, but people are going to start looking into buying those items sooner than later. And so I'm going to personally, normally around this time, I hear a lot of people that start to even consider sourcing Christmas items, and for sure Halloween or harvest-themed items. Halloween for sure is a better seller in my opinion, but I'm not going to be sourcing as much of the holiday stuff that I have in the past. I have a bunch of leftover Christmas stuff from last year, lower dollar items, packages of ornaments, older, just Christmas themed decorations. A lot of those are not selling well for me. I don't apparently have a good eye for all of the right types of nostalgia or things that sell when it comes to Christmas themed items, and just a lot of those are lower dollar to begin with. Let's see. Speaking of Christmas, here's an item that sold, a Christmas related item, but probably another example of me not being a great sourcer when it comes to Christmas. So at a sale, I went to a garage sale, and I had overall really good luck on the 2 items that I bought there. Well, I had luck coming out of that sale, but it was only because of one item, not necessarily this one. This is the item that sold. It is a Zero Nightmare Before Christmas stocking. This was a Hot Topic. It was sold at Hot Topic, and that's the store. So it's a Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas stocking. I know Nightmare Before Christmas, pretty hot commodity. A lot of interest in items like that. I paid $8 for it. I don't know why. I didn't comp it. It wasn't a great sale to comp because most of the items were heavily overpriced. This was a sale that was primarily Legos and Disney themed items. It was somebody who was a reseller themselves. They had I think a couple of booths in antique malls, and they priced their items high. I just took a chance on this one because I know, again, Nightmare on Christmas. That's a really loud truck. Those items sell well. Turns out it wasn't that great of a sale. Sold it for $16 plus shipping, so I made some profit. Not great. The other item that I bought there that I sold a couple of weeks ago was a Louis Vuitton credit card wallet, men's credit card wallet. I don't know how they came upon it. They were selling it only for $10, and I sold that one for $320. So definitely did well on that sale, but not for this particular item. So as I mentioned, maybe sourcing Christmas just isn't in my wheelhouse, and that's okay, because there are a lot of other things that sell well at that time of year. Or I just could keep working on getting better. Well, here's another example. I'll just show you this real quick. I don't know why I want to highlight things that I'm not good at in this particular video, but whatever. I purchased this. Let's see if we can get a good place to set this. Purchased it really, in my opinion, inexpensively. So this here is a Anna Lee doll, not a doll, but a figure from 1965, okay? It is Santa riding on a reindeer, maybe Rudolph, but probably not because there's no red nose. But I know Anna Lee has some very, I've sold a few Anna Lees before. Some of them are decent price, you get decent value for them. And I bought this one for $5, okay? He's a pretty big figure, probably stands about 15 inches, 17 inches tall. In good condition for 1965. I was thinking I had a score, Maybe, I don't know, that might have been a $50, $75, $100 item. No. Sell-through rate on it is pretty poor, even when it's Christmas time, and you're looking at maybe $18, if that. Just, I don't know. I'll try and, I mean, 5 and 18 is not horrible. That's still a good sale when that does sell, but that's the problem. Sell-through rate, not that great. Okay. Next item that sold, part of the lot of new in box or new in package beauty items. This is a Consult Butte Champagne Butte Lift Firming Body Cream. Picked that up for about $8. That sold for $32.90 free shipping. So I am now, that puts me breaking even with that item. So everything else I sell, I think I have 5 or 6 other items, is going to be pure profit on that. This next item that sold, kind of in that Halloween style, but I just took a a chance on this one, and it definitely paid off for me. I was at my thrift store, and they have a lot of very high quality bags or purses, but they definitely price them up significantly. So they have tons of Coach, tons of whatever are other high quality brands of purses, but they're going to be usually $40, $50, $60 or more. I found this one, and it is new without tags, but it's this Never Trust the Living Black Craft Colt brand. Terrible name, Black Craft Colt, but it's a coffin backpack. It's clear. They have another model that they sell quite a bit more of that is a black leather. I believe it's either leather or leatherette. I don't know, but that one I think they still sell on their website for, I want to say $60. This is something that they sold last summer, I believe, and they marketed this as a festival backpack because it's clear. So when you go through security at a concert or a festival, they can see in easily, and they don't have to necessarily pull everything out. So it makes going through the line quicker. Somebody might want this just because, I don't know, it'd be a nice, maybe it's school, some schools nowadays, they require clear backpacks. Whatever it is, I bought it for $8, and it sold for $50 plus shipping in just about a week and a half. We're actually right next to the next item that sold, and I could have pulled it at the same time, but probably didn't have enough hands anyway. I took a gamble on some Xero boots. These are a pretty decent brand of shoes. I've seen other resellers sell them. I hadn't purchased them, and finally did. So it's this Xero, which is spelled Xero. Well, I think it says it right there. It's easier to see right there. So Xero. These are the Excursion Fusion boot. Originally these were $50, but I bought them 50% off, so I got these for $25, and I think they have been worn at most a handful of times. It's probably only once, and so very good condition. New, these sell about $150, but I guess there's just not as quite the demand as I thought there was. These are a smaller size, a men's size 7, so that of course also limits the market, but I did sell these for $60 plus shipping. Buyer kept wanting to nickel and dime me, offered me $50, then $52, then $53, and finally I just said, hey, I'm not going to go any lower than $60. That's already still going to be a great buy for you, and they accepted it for $60. So we'll see. Hopefully they like it. Hopefully they don't give me negative feedback because they're upset that I was hard on my bottom dollar price. So quite a few good sales today. Here's another good one, both of which I had to pay up a little bit, but 25 into 60, not too bad. And then this one is I've had to pay $20 for it. I believe I showed this in one of my previous videos, but it is a Casio. I keep saying Casio. A Canon. For some reason I'm confusing Canon and Casio. I don't really know why. It's a Canon PowerShot SX150IS digital camera. I bought this at a garage sale. The person running the sale said that their late nephew had to purchase this camera, and it was really expensive. So when they were asking $20 for it, I didn't even take the time to look it up. I figured it was for sure going to be a good deal, and it turned out to be okay. But I didn't want to try and dicker with them because, well, frankly, they told me a sob story and it worked for me. But PowerShot SX150LS, very good condition, tested, works great. It's a 14.1 megapixel camera. Sold, the sell-through rate on these, like most Canon PowerShots, is insane. I think it was probably 1,000% sell-through rate. There were about 18 listed and 240 that had sold, which that's not 1,000%, but it's probably 700, 800% sell-through rate. This sold in about 2 or 3 days for $74.95 plus shipping. So it was definitely a good sale. I got the value that I was hoping to. I originally thought I was only going to get, $50 to $60, but I decided to ask a little bit top of the market, and thankfully there's just not a lot of these for sale. So if somebody wanted one, if they were going to be willing to pay the extra price for it. This next item that sold, I was a little bit worried that I maybe didn't make the right decision, but I in fact did. I don't understand why I stored these in this way. That doesn't make any sense at all. But anyway, I sold off part of a multiple quantity listing for some old KBC hardware. So it's this right here. Maybe this is the whole box. I don't know, but it's only sold a set of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think there's at least 2 lots in here. I picked up this. There's more of these. A whole nother set of little pull knobs in a different section. I bought all those items for $5, and just this set of 8, which is about half of what's in here, I think, sold for $30 plus shipping. So I was, like I said, a bit nervous at first. It was only $5, so I figured it wasn't going to be a big risk. But turns out that was a really good sale, because I'm hoping, hopefully, if everything sells, I'll get probably $80 for it all, or maybe even a little bit more than that. I can't remember exactly what the total value of the listings were. So sometimes it's worth taking a chance on old drawer pulls and knobs, cabinet knobs that people take off of their, maybe they want to modernize their kitchen, modernize their furniture. These, I believe, are furniture. Yeah, these are from dressers, bedroom dressers. But some people want to go one way, where they want to get things looking more modern. Some people like to go the other way, and they want things to look more retro or more, old school, however you want to call it. So nowadays, I think, don't quote me, I'm not always in on trends, but I believe the brass or the gold look is becoming more and more in vogue, in fashion. So some people like to, like I said, go backwards in demodernizing, whatever the term is. It's definitely not that. Making their bedrooms or their kitchens look on the more retro side. So keep an eye out when you're sourcing for things that might fall under that category. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you want to check out more videos like this in the future. Appreciate all of you out there that do watch. Good luck in all of your ventures, reselling or otherwise. I'm going to have a great birthday later on tonight. I'm going to go to a pub trivia, which usually, well, I haven't done it much, but I enjoy trivia very much, and hopefully it'll go well. Maybe I'll get a little birthday boost of good luck and walk out of there with a win. So wish me luck on that. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.